Hi there, welcome back to the Window Ledge YouTube channel, and I'll be honest to you guys, I've been under a lot of stress as of late. My uranium-scented candle has gone missing, and I only have 4.4 billion years to find it before it halves in size. Naturally, it's all that's been on my mind recently, and it's starting to take its toll. What I need right now, other than its safe return to my loving arms, is a distraction. No, that's not an excuse to blow up any more cars. So I thought, why not try a few relaxing games to see if they can aid my broken heart. And this might just be a me problem, but I was far from relaxed playing most of these. But Serenity is a spectrum, so I'm going to talk about my experiences with these games and rank them on my relaxation scale. And no, it is not just a tier list. Simulation games are perfect for a relaxing experience. You get your own world where you're free to do what you want, and my favourite genre of these games is when the premise is just real-life menial tasks, but in a little pixely environment. So it was inevitable for me to give the farming sim game Stardew Valley a go. Now, up until this point, I didn't have any experience with farming games, and I was surprised that it was like an actual tag on Steam. I mean, I played Heyday a bit growing up, which is just evil and designed to steal all your money. I would show you footage of my old farm, but I deleted it in a fit of rage, and no, you're not allowed to ask the details. So you're gonna have to settle for my buddy Michael's Gaming. He's a friend of the channel. If we all work together, we can get him to 100 subscribers. So when I see this game doesn't have any in-app purchases and has this many positive reviews, I'm very much intrigued. And I might be the first to say this, but Stardew Valley is a great game. But that's not what matters, at least for this video. What matters is, how does it make me feel? And I'll be honest, relaxed is probably one of the last words I'd use to describe me playing this game, just in front of ossified and erinaceous. I think the start of Stardew Valley is really nice. You're taken to your rundown farm with nothing but a few tools and some seeds. You get to work by planting and watering your crops while sounds of wildlife play. Each bush you clear, each tree you cut feels significant. The ever clearer patch of land a glowing sign of your progress. You meet the townsfolk whom you share the valley with, each with their own stories to tell. You bring the abandoned community centre back to life, and little by little, you start to feel really at home. But at some point, you gain consciousness and realise that this game shares a final boss with Hades too.
Chronos!
Hello, my girl. It's me, the god of time. I recently bought Stardew Valley in the Steam sale, and I must admit, I'm rather addicted. Pray, might you have a spare amethyst? I wish to be friends with Abigail.
Time is your biggest enemy in this game, and once you learn this, it's over. Each day starts at 6 AM and ends at 2 AM at the latest. Each in-game hour is 43 seconds, so each day is 14 minutes and 20 seconds. This is the amount of time you have to make as much progress as possible, and if you're not back in bed at 2 AM, you will pass out and lose your money. So here we go. Wake up at 6 AM in a cold sweat, sprint out of bed. Water the crops. I currently have 120 plants minus the 26 that have finished growing, so if I don't misclick any tiles, it will take me about 105 seconds to do this. About 15 of those seconds are taken up by me having to refill the watering can 3 times, which I could alleviate by upgrading said can, but upgrading said can takes 2 days and 2,000 gold. And to get enough gold for that and the inventory upgrade, which will mean I don't have to run back from the mines to drop off my stuff when I'm full, I'll need to plant more crops plus the 26 which finished growing, which adds another 45 seconds daily plus 5 to refill the can a 4th time. Cauliflower's the best moneymaker, so I'll need to plant those today with the speed grow, or else they won't grow in time for next season, and if that happens, they die and I lose money. We take the optimal line to the shop, means I get there a few seconds after 9 AM, enter through the left-hand door to save time. The shop is closed on Wednesdays. The shop is closed on Wednesdays.
Hello, granddaughter. You should have known that Pierre's General Store is closed on Wednesdays. You wouldn't happen to know if Pierre has a key lying around. I'm stuck in here.
New plan, go to the mines. We can completely remove the daily time to water my plants if I reach level 80 in the mines by the end of the season. There's a checkpoint every 5 floors, and to go down a floor you need to find a ladder by breaking rocks or killing bugs. My energy is low due to the plant watering, so I'll have to deviate from the optimal path to the mines to pick up this leek so I can eat it and regain energy. I lose 32 seconds by doing this. I have 10 minutes to go at least 5 floors to put myself on track to level 80 by the 28th. I need to get to 80 as that's where gold appears, and gold is needed to craft sprinklers, and sprinklers are needed to water my crops for me. This will not only save me time, but allow for expansion of my farm to create a cranberry empire, in which a single cranberry sells for at least $130, or I can turn them into wine, which triples the price. I could sell cranberry candy, jelly, shirts, amiibo, and buy the solid gold clock from the wizard for $10 million! I'm not going to make it back home in time.
You do not control the flow of time. Not in this valley.
Once you begin to optimize your every move, it's hard to get out of that habit, and it means I am very stressed playing this game, but progression in this game is so satisfying. It also doesn't help that you pretty much need the wiki up in order to get things done, which is just kind of inconvenient. Stardew Valley is at its most relaxing when you switch your focus from your capitalist empire to the people you're surrounded by, giving them gifts, talking to them each day, learning about their lives, getting little cutscenes where you play games with them, taking part in seasonal events like the flower dance. Oh, it's so sweet. And the Easter festival, where everyone is so happy and you do an Easter egg hunt with the children. Oh. At the end of the day, it's all about having fun and fuck you, infants! Optimal line to get 18 eggs! Life ain't fair, kid. Animal Crossing New Horizons is very much in the same vein as Stardew Valley. You get your own little island to do what you want, but there is a much bigger focus on working on your island's aesthetics and sort of just living in this world. And the biggest difference is that Chronos didn't make it into this game. He was beaten to death with tools. Time is synced to the real world if you're playing this game at 8 AM. Lo and behold, 8 AM. This removes pretty much any pressure revolving around time and allows you to take decorating your island and meeting your animal friends at your own pace, which is just so much more calming. But it also makes it feel sort of alive. Like when you turn off your Switch, Tom Nook and friends are still chilling out, enjoying life, and you can just check in every once in a while, knowing that the world was still spinning. This game is like an escape on demand, which is exactly what everyone needed when the game came out. At least in the UK, the game released on our last day of school, before lockdown. It was scary times for us all. Those first few weeks it felt like everyone was playing the game. It was really nice. It helped me relax in the most stressful part of my life, and many other people's lives. I'd put it right at the top, but Tom Nook puts you in $70,000 worth of debt within the first hour. For this section of the video, I'm focusing on games that achieve relaxation by creating an idealized version of a menial task. It's a great genre of game because there are loads of things in this world that are really satisfying to see the results of, but kinda tedious in practice. First of all, we're talking about Powerwash Simulator now. I've actually done this in real life. My dad has a power washer, and I recently helped him cleaning the garden. And I tell you what, it's actually really cool. For the first 5 minutes, then you realize you're tethered by this big contraption, the gun vibrates your entire body, your ankles get inundated with dirty brown water, and this might just be R1, but it is so loud.
Hey gamers, it's me coming at you live from the Window Ledge garage. You know, as thanks for the Window Ledge YouTube channel reaching 15,000 subscribers, I thought, why not give back to the community by giving out my credit card information? Anyway, let's go out here. Okay, so the number is 535. And the expiry date is...
It's pretty cool wielding a lethal super soaker, and seeing the dirt vanish is kinda like magic and it's just so satisfying. But there's a lot of little things that make the idea of power washing much nicer than actually doing it. The reason why the simulator is good is because it is just the idea of power washing, minus the annoying things. You don't lug a big contrivance around, it's not loud, etc. This means that what you're left with is a very satisfying experience, which is definitely very relaxing. Even better, turn off the sound completely and just listen to music while playing. It's very low effort and there's lots of different levels to do, though there are definitely some objects which feel horrendous to try and wash, like this roof, which you can't really get under and it has all these beams which you have to clean each side of. This is kind of annoying. And the limited water mode is genuinely one of the most stressful things I've ever done. All in all, I'd say I much prefer Dirt Simulator. Next up on the menial task menu is cleaning your room. Kinda annoying to do, but the result is really nice. Especially when you've got cool stuff to show off, like this Hatsune Miku Yippee plush I got, which cost me far more than I'd like to admit. The worst part, at least for me, is that my room gets so unfathomably dusty. I guess I just emanate dust. Dust incarnate. Unpacking tasks you with decorating a bunch of rooms with a bunch of stuff, and again, you get the results without the tedium. I'd say it's carried by the really nice pixel art and properly wholesome things that you get to decorate with, but it's held back by something that is, without a doubt, a me problem. For some reason, I just have to have everything out of the boxes before I can start putting things in their place, which creates a horrible mess on the floor that makes me want to throw up, but I can't start otherwise. It's ugh. But once you get past that, it's really nice. Now, we've looked at 4 games that are marketed as relaxing experiences, and they all have been to an extent, but I'm looking for the best of the best, the ones that will sit up here. And I've got 2 more to talk about which definitely aren't marketed as relaxing, but it just goes to show that the things that help you to chill out might be seen as the most stressful thing ever to someone else. That's kind of what I'm trying to prove with this video. That's right, I'm trying to prove something that literally everyone already knows. That's the Window Ledge YouTube channel in a nutshell. Now, before I talk about my joint first most relaxing game, I just want to say that in real life, I'm a pretty chill guy in real life. I'm really easygoing. Like, I'd say I'm kind of agreeable, not one to get into conflict or anything, not one to start a fight, So when I say that my most relaxing game is, and I'm quite an even-tempered fellow in reality, kind of a happy-go-lucky chap. So when I say my most relaxing game is, and before I say it, you've got to realize that I'm sort of a good-natured guy, and it's Hitman. The game is Hitman. It's the game where you kill people. I love Hitman because each level is so detailed, so finely crafted. It prompts imagination. You got to be strategic. Each time you play, you learn something new about the level, which will help you in the future. It's a really pretty game with some really cool environments, calming coastal towns, futuristic facilities, towering skyscrapers, and look, the reason it's at the top is because you can push people over balconies. I'm gonna be real with you. And now for the final game, my personal most relaxing game, Goat Simulator 3. Finally, they've made a game about the average Window Ledge YouTube channel subscriber. This game has no story, no real goal, just run around and cause havoc. It's perfect. You play as an unkillable goat that I think has been unfairly left out of video game character power scaling discussions. You can run around and headbutt people, do a sick grind on a power line. You basically just explore this world that you can destroy and mess with NPCs that also can't be killed, so you don't feel like a psychopath, unlike another game I know. It's also pretty funny. The closest thing to a goal it has is these events that are scattered around the map, which range from using 2 lumberjacks to complete a circuit, to running for president, to playing Doom but the enemies are replaced by old ladies with guns. You can dress up your goat in a suit and bunny slippers. You can't lose, there's no game over, which also helps to be relaxing. Like, just imagine this guy as the embodiment of all of your stress. Well, we might not have found my uranium candle, but what we have found is that relaxation, at least in video games, is very much subjective. And I know what you're thinking, Window Ledge. I kind of knew this before I clicked on the video, and to that I say, shut up! And let me eat this star drop. You see, the star drop increases your energy permanently, so now I don't have to deviate from the optimal path to the mines to eat a leek. See, look, you found a star drop. It's strange, but the taste reminds you... What?
Foolish Window Ledge. None can withstand the ravages of time. Wait, why do you know what I taste like?